Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Velcy Pate. I'm an instructor at the IEP program. I've been in Oxford for 31 years.
Hi, my name is Michael Raines, and I'm an instructional assistant professor of TESOL and ESL. I don't live in Oxford, but I've taught here for a long time at the university.
Okay. What do you think about discrimination?
I think that discrimination exists. I think that it always has existed. People tend to see things from their own experiences and from their own environment, and they tend to think that what they've experienced is, in many cases, better than other views, or other experiences. So I think it exists, and I think that it has changed a lot. It has definitely changed a lot, but I think it still exists.
I certainly think it still exists. I know a lot of people think it's just in the South, but as Velcy said, it's not. I lived in Los Angeles for 10 years, and I saw as much discrimination and prejudice there as any other place. And it's not just black and white. It can be anywhere. But I do think things are changing some.
Okay. Have you ever experienced any discriminations or witnessed any?
I was talking to you earlier about my experience. My second job is at JCPenney, and I had an interesting conversation with one of my coworkers who is a female, and who's about 20-something years old, college student, who is white, and I'm African American. And I remember us talking because sometimes I can tell that there's certain people who do not want me to check them out, or you can kind of see in people's faces some of that distance, I'll put it that way. And we were talking one day, and she said, well, Velcy, the same thing happens to me. And I said, yeah, I know it happens to you because I've seen it happen to you. There are times when there were African American women, and I could tell that they were leaning more toward me, wanting me to check them out rather than her. And she said, yeah, she was explaining that there are women who do the same thing to me. And I was like, yeah, I've seen that. So yeah, and this is, an everyday kind of occurrence,
Yeah.
So on a different level, of course.
And as I said before, when I was living in Los Angeles, I was in one situation where I was called an American dog. So it wasn't necessarily white or black, it was American versus another nationality. So yes, I've experienced it. And living in Mexico City, depending on the politics, some years I was very popular, and other years Americans were not very popular. And I've seen the same in my travels.
Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.